Good afternoon, everybody. It's a little breezy Wednesday afternoon here in Pagosa Springs. It is our live stream show. I'm Mary Jo Coulehan. I'm the Executive Director for the Pagosa Springs Area Chamber of Commerce, and we're here for our Wednesday afternoon live stream. As we have been having, we have a great guest with us today and a really important topic, which kind of came even to a greater expansion during our COVID time. So yeah, we're not over it, folks. We're still talking about it. The good news is we are one of the top counties that have been vaccinated. So please know that there are openings now. It is 16 years old and older, and you just need to call the hospital and get scheduled for a vaccine, or you can check with your provider. There are other entities also doing vaccinations here in Archuleta County. So do check with your providers as well. Access Health System and the Pagosa Medical Group as well. However, the numbers are climbing and they are thinking that we're in a fourth wave of this COVID pandemic. So that still means, according to the state, masks in public areas. The state will be changing some of those criteria Friday, April 16th. Chances are the color dial will go away and more of the instructions will come from our local public health office instead of statewide. But we still believe that masks will be in order. And then we'll see some reviews on what our business community can do. We still feel that there will be no minimums or on the percentage of people that can come in the business, but it will be based primarily on the 6-foot distancing. It's a little hard to kind of manage both. So they've listened to the business community and are probably going to be looking at 6-foot distancing within restaurants and retail and whatnot. We're still waiting to hear about events, both indoor and outdoor, but they're thinking they're going to be pretty flexible on outdoor events, which really helps the chamber. So I'm going to use that as a segue into letting everybody know that for chamber members and invited guests, we will be having our April Business After Hours on April 28th. We're very excited that we're going to be doing a downtown block party, and that's on the west end of Main Street. You know, that little section right there, we've got quite a few new business owners and some changes and modifications and what's happened there. And we're super excited. We want to welcome these new business owners. We want to look at the new products that they're carrying, and we want to congratulate them and thank them for moving to our community. So at the end of the month, again, April 28th from 5 to 7, we will be having Lazy One, Happy Trails, Footprints, and Home Again combined to do a West Side Main Street block party. So again, we've got some new owners there, and it's important for our business community to make those business owners feel welcome here in our community. Listen and look at what they're doing, because every time you have somebody new come in, there's always a change, and change is good, and nothing's constant but change. The other thing I want to mention is our flower basket program is just taking off phenomenally. I think as of just before showtime, we still had only one 16-inch basket available, but we do have still about 50 or 60 12-inch baskets. But let me tell you, those go very quickly. So the program and the flowers are available until we're sold out. So please, get your flowers now. They will be delivered right around the Memorial Day weekend, and you'll be hearing more from us on that delivery schedule. The 12-inch baskets are scheduled to be delivered that Friday, so people can pick those up at the Chamber of Commerce in the afternoon on that day. But again, you'll hear more about the pickup and delivery from us as the date grows closer. And then we also want to just make sure that you order your flowers because they are going very, very quickly. And the other thing that I want to mention is where you talked about outdoor events, and I think we have maybe one of the first outdoor events of the season, and that's hosted by the Pagosa Arts Initiative or the Pagosa Arts Council. And it's going to be held in the parking lot where Pagosa Outside and Pagosa Ski Rentals is housed, right across from the mural on Goodman, so on 4th Street. You know, that's a beautiful, beautiful mural. And we really want to thank Marcus for painting that. I see people taking pictures against that mural all the time. And the Pagosa Arts Initiative wants to thank the community for their support and to celebrate that new addition to our community. So come on out Saturday, 3 to 7. There'll be live music, food, beverages, and a lot of activity. So, and a lot of room to space out. We're praying for good weather, but we'll have some tents out there as well. So come on out and support the Pagosa Arts Initiative, as well as let that organization say thank you to you, our community, for getting this mural here on 4th Street and bringing something new and beautiful and public art to our community. All right, so we're going to talk about another nonprofit, and I want to remind people, if you haven't seen the Community We Are Pagosa Heroes series, I would encourage you to go onto the Chamber's website and pull up those video clips. They're incredibly impactful, they're heartwarming, and they're very informative on what some of our organizations did this past year. And one of those organizations is our guest today, and that is the Food System Food Equity Coalition, the Food Coalition, otherwise known as. And we're happy to have Rose Chavez, who works for the coalition, with us today. And so, you know, I keep saying that the Food Coalition just really came to the forefront and really came to assist in the need of food security here in our community. Rose, can you kind of give us a little background on what happened in 2020 and how you kind of grew up as an organization?
Yeah, well, we started in the community back in 2017 and 2018, and we received some funding from the Colorado Health Foundation to do a community-wide food assessment. And from there, we understood some of the barriers that folks are experiencing here in Archuleta County to accessing healthy, affordable food. And when COVID hit last year, we heard a big need in the community, and we were able to partner with key organizations in the community to respond to that huge need. And from that, the Food Pantry Network was formed, and that's from the existing food pantries, the 6 different food pantries in the community. A lot of them are faith-based, but there's also Terra Community out in Arborlees as well. So we all came together to help organize and meet that need. And one of the other needs that we heard while we were doing this community-wide food assessment was that folks really want to access healthy food, but sometimes they're not able to because of issues like transportation. So that really is the reason behind the mobile food pantry effort that the Food Coalition is piloting in the community between April and June.
So tell us a little bit about this addition to the food pantry system. And what is the mobile food pantry? How often is it going to be held? And how can people get more food and food security?
Yeah, so what we've done is we've heard from the community that there's some locations out in the greater area, such as Arborlees and Chromo, where it'd be a great idea to actually bring food closer. So that's the idea of having those 2 delivery locations, one at Aspen Springs Bar and Grill on Mondays from 1 to 2, and then down in the Lower Blanco off County Road 335 from 1 to 2 on Tuesdays. And so we really are wanting to also help folks who aren't able to get to the food pantries during the normal business hours by having 2 additional locations, one at Lakeview Estates and one at Hickory Ridge, and those are from 5 to 6 in the evening, so folks can access additional food. And really all we ask is folks show up with their mask and no one will be turned away.
Okay. So I'm watching the show, but I'm really not paying attention, or I don't have a pencil and a piece of paper with me. How can I access this information to remind me of, do I go to Hickory Ridge or do I go to Aspen Springs? Where can they get the schedule of the pantries or of the mobile food pantries?
You can go to our website online, and also our website is foodcoalitionforarchuleta.org. And you can also feel free to call us, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. But all of the schedule is online. We have the dates, times, and locations. Next week on the 19th and 20th are our next delivery days. And so we look forward to seeing folks on Monday and Tuesday between 1 and 2 and 5 and 6.
Okay. So we've got, again, we have the Food Coalition website up on our screen. We also have the phone number that Rose is able to help you with. I think this is just wonderful. A lot of times people are working and they can't access the food during those times. And I know there was a temporary after hours food pantry at Pagosa Peak Open School. And so hopefully that was successful, and it is maybe driving some of these other requests for after hours food assistance. And I hope that that's successful. And it runs until June, correct?
We did see a really big impact from our first round of deliveries. We served over 200 individuals, which included 81 families for our first round of deliveries. And so we look forward to scaling that up and meeting the bigger need as we continue.
Great. That's great. Well, in the background, we have a lot of boxes and stuff, and that is your new kind of central distribution site. So that's very exciting for you all to have that available. So, excuse me. So congratulations on making that happen as well.
Thank you. Yeah, and we're also always looking for great volunteers to come partner with us in the community and help us build some of these pantry bags. It is really a community effort, and it is a learning process that we feel like we're going through with the community as we build up this effort. We need the capacity from our community to help meet this need, and so we would love for folks to join in on the effort, and they can just reach out to me from the telephone number or the website, and I'd be happy to get you set up with some great volunteer opportunities.
Okay, so those of you who either don't think you have enough to do or you have a few spare hours in your week, as always, all the nonprofits are always looking for volunteer assistance. And the Food Coalition is no exception. And, it's a short period of time. You can block it out, and your impact is huge in our community. So we hope that you'll be able to get some volunteers. Again, do that through the phone number or through the website. Rose, anything else you'd like to mention about this great project before we get off the air?
Just we can use all the community support that we can get. So really share your ideas with us and come and join us in meeting this big need for the community.
Okay, great. Well, what a great effort you all have done in working with local ranchers and local farmers and increasing the availability of food stability in our community. So we thank you for all the work that the Food Coalition and the Food System Food Equity Group has done. Before we go off the air today, I want to thank again our sponsor today, which is Archuleta Housing Corporation, and all the work that they're doing to try and provide affordable housing here in Pagosa Springs. So you too can be a sponsor. So if you'd like, give us a call at the Chamber. It's a great way to get your business name out there. Don't forget about our business after hours on the 28th. And we look forward to seeing everybody out and about in our community. Be safe out there, folks. We don't want the numbers jumping. And please, if you need to get vaccinated, please check one of our local health providers to make that happen for you. That's it for our show today. We want to thank the Food Coalition, and we'll see everybody next week. Have a great week, everybody.